Seriously? So as a game dev, you need a way to make sure that you can keep all of your notes and project ideas nice and tidy. And that's where note apps come in. Now, there's tons of note apps like Trello's and Notions, but all those kind of suck. And then I found Milanote. But there's one problem. I keep running out of space. And they want me to pay $10 a month to get infinite space? Nah, it's not even that hard. I mean, I could just do it myself. To make it, I'll use Unity for now because I'm too dumb to use anything else. Now what I need is just an infinite space to organize and lay out images so I can organize everything. I'm gonna start simple and just make two kinds of objects, one for text notes and another for grouping notes. To get the notes done, I'll just, done. The groups are a little bit more complicated, but still pretty easy. Both these objects have the same base script, so you can drag them around, because hard-coding is bad. Don't you dare ever hard-code. I swear if I see you hard-coding now, I slapped some functionality to move around a canvas and save and load everything. So now for the easy part, drag and drop. Dragging some text or some memes off your browser is great, and it's a thing that I use literally all the time, so I'm gonna need it. Now, unfortunately, Unity doesn't actually have any functionality for this, so I had to get creative. So, this totally original script does some kind of funky stuff behind the scenes and lets you drag some files into Unity. Sweet. Alright, cool. I'll just do some research and add it to the code. Apparently, Windows has two different methods for drag and drop. The old way is what the code I grabbed uses, but there's a new way using something called a drop target interface. This is the modern way that things like WinForms uses drag and drop, and it's what I would have to use if I wanted to drag things off the internet. I spent forever looking into how to implement this because it seems like most of the things that I should be using would be in C++, which I don't know. To make things worse, the drop target interface in WinForms and the one I need have the same name and different uses. After spending forever searching for this, I figured out that you need to run callbacks from C++ and use pointers or reference the data, then use some kind of low-level conversion to get the actual values out. With me? No? Cool, because I don't know what that means either. I cobbled together some kind of nightmare code to grab the data and... This error broke me. No matter how much conversion I do, the same problem, I still don't know what I was doing wrong. I went to the source code of WinForms to try to figure that out. I went down multiple rabbit holes on forums that don't even exist anymore and only got dead ends. Days of searching, nothing. At this point, I'd given up. I'd lost my mind trying to figure this out, so instead of continuing, I did the smart thing and remade the whole project from scratch with a library I know nothing about. Now, when you decide to make an application, there's a couple visual libraries you can use. I decided to stick with C# just to keep myself sane. Ooh, looks like Microsoft has 6 different ones. All different ways to do the same thing. There's WinForms, WPF, UWP, Xamarin, .maui, and something called Blazor because apparently Microsoft can't just pick one and run with it. Now, I've used WinForms before, but it's like ancient, and I like to be difficult, so I chose WPF instead. Now, WPF has the same C# for the internal stuff, but uses this thing called XAML for the UI. It's like HTML, but Microsoft. And WPF doesn't have a visual editor, so I guess I'm gonna learn that. Now here I am, remaking all the stuff I did before, in something I don't know how to use. At this point, I'm missing how easy everything was in Unity. I got back to the point I was before and tried drag and drop for the first time. Worth it. Okay, now that we're back on track, it's time to actually keep adding stuff. Is what I have written down, but that's not actually what happened. So like, during the time of this project, I was releasing my game Quattro, which you can go play for free, by the way, on Steam, just letting you know, the same. So after getting that nightmare released, I kind of lost steam on the project because, and fun fact, app development sucks. And even still after doing an entire rewrite of everything in a format that I wasn't used to, I still wasn't happy with the fact that it only worked on Windows. So no motivation, no cross-platform. There was really not much that can get me back into the project unless, well, during my research earlier, I found this thing called Avalonia, which pretty much was a port of WPF for all platforms. It actually looked pretty interesting. Now, switching to it would require tons of learning and rewriting and etc., but it would be kind of fun. But seriously, was I really going to remake this whole project one more time just to feel something? Who am I kidding? Yeah, you already know I did. So I learned a new programming format and remade all of my scripts, completely remade the file storage, regretted my life choices, and I'll be real, this project was a complete train wreck, but here we are. But screw paying $10 a month. I mean, I don't even need you anyway. Unless you want to sponsor me, please sponsor me for love. Now, right now, I don't know what I'm going to do with this since it really needs more baking time, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking I'm going to use it personally for a while and just kind of open source it. I don't really know. I mean, it's been like a lot of work, but it still just needs that polish to really get it right. And I don't really feel comfortable with anyone else using it unless it's like good enough. I don't know. But this is a big reminder that I should never do this kind of thing ever again, even though I will. And even after all that, I still feel nothing.